Hey, everybody. Welcome to MFSN The Hub. It is Thursday, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, which means it is time for our Thursday MLB Fantasy Waiver Wire Show. I'm joined, as always, by the guru himself, Ross the Boss.
Hey
Ross,
everybody!
stop coughing and tell us how you're doing.
Just something caught in my throat. Casey, we have what 12 hours? How many hours left? Like 8 hours left in the trade
Not
deadline.
not even. I think it's until, isn't it 6 p.m. Eastern? When does it stop?
I think I don't know. But long
Oh,
story short, we had some movement yesterday, which we were excited about. Nothing tremendously huge. No big
well,
surprises.
Suarez to the
I guess the
Mariners is a
Mariners.
big one. And I
Yeah,
think Joanne Duran to the Phillies is a big one too.
I was surprised about that. And also, the closer from St. Louis went to the Mets. Hensley went to the Mets, which makes their bullpen really, really good. Uh, the Mets increased their bullpen tremendously. So, again, teams are stacking up with their bullpen. Younger players being traded. Hopefully, we'll talk about it. I do have a waiver wire pickup who got traded, who I like, um, just because curiosity factor. But yeah, let's talk about some of the trades that happened yesterday. Anybody that you're happy about, Casey, that got traded that you think will have a better career on a different team?
Well, if I'm a Duran owner, I like it because the Phillies are going to give him a lot more save opportunities than the Twins have been. If I'm a Griffin Jacks owner, I'm a big fan of that because Duran getting traded likely means Jacks, unless he's traded, also becomes the closer. I'm very unhappy if I'm a Ryan Helsley owner for the closing value he loses going to the Mets because Diaz is not losing that job, and suddenly Ryan Helsley is going to be limited to holds. But Phil Maton becomes a name on the waiver wire that you might have to look at because I think he gets the first crack at closing duties there in St. Louis.
Yeah,
What about you? What were the big ones on your board?
well, I think the Reds getting little. People say, "Oh, that's not a big deal." For the Reds, it is. He's an innings burner guy.
Yep.
He'll start every fifth game for the Reds. I like that pickup for them a lot because he's somebody that you can count on the pitch every 5 days. And but Suarez going to the Mariners, I think, is the biggest deal that opens the floodgate for your guy, Jordan Lawler. I mean, there's no blocking him anymore. He's going to be playing every day. Um, I feel Lawler's going to, we both like the guy. He just needs playing time. So Jordan Lawler is on my waiver wire list, and I think that benefits him. Obviously, I mean it's a huge pickup for the
Yeah.
Mariners. But
I mean, the Mariners become pretty scary as a lineup. You look at them 1 through 6, and that's about as deep of a lineup as you'll find in the American League, 1 through 6. They're going to be hard to navigate, and if their arms deliver like they're supposed to, like they can, the Mariners suddenly have a lot of juice in the
yeah,
American
but
League,
it's like
especially with how streaky the Tigers have been.
Kirby's been a disappointment. His ERA is over 4. Gilbert Grape has been the same. I mean, he's not been great like he usually is. And then you got Castillo. I mean, their pitching supposed to be really like their starter's supposed to be really, really good. They haven't been that good. Um,
No,
they've been disappointing this year. I feel there's so much hype on all these guys they had on they have on their team, and they're just not pitching up to their potential. I feel, but things could change. Things can things can navigate. We'll see what happens. But I just think the Mariners are going to do well in the West. But is it too late for them to win the division? Is my question to you.
how many games back are they? Do you know? Let me
I
look.
don't. I mean, you got
The Astros.
Houston. Astros
Did Ketel
horrible.
Marte go to the Astros? Was that
I
accurate
didn't
where I
see
saw
that,
that?
but you could be right.
No, I don't think he did. I thought you sent me a text a while ago that said he was going, but I
I
don't think
think
he
it was
did.
talks. I don't think it
Okay.
happened.
Houston has a 5-game lead on the Mariners. That's not insurmountable.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. But they
But
can make
I
the
mean,
playoffs.
it's a healthy lead.
Yeah.
And in the wild card, they are right now a wild card team.
Right.
So,
Well,
and only a game and a half behind the Red Sox, who did nothing at the trade deadline. So,
somebody else, Suarez, the reason I like that deal for the Diamondbacks, yeah, you heard me, for the Diamondbacks, is this guy named Tyler Locklear. Did I say it right?
Locklear. Yep.
He's not related to Heather Locklear, is he?
I, that's one thing I don't follow very well.
I don't think he is. It's a joke. Okay, so she never had any kids, I believe. So he, in the minors, Casey, get this. He's hitting 319, 19 home runs, 18 stolen bases. He's going to be playing first base for the Diamondbacks, I believe. I mean, I think they'll put him there. I think he's going to start immediately. I think they'll bring him up and we'll start him. I'm going to pick this guy up in a couple leagues if I need, just utility or first base. But I think this guy is going to be like a diamond in the rough. I feel this guy's going to be great. I've read about him. I've never seen him play, but I have high expectations. So on my waiver wire list today, I'm putting Tyler Locklear from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Nice.
As one of my top picks. Casey, who do you have on your waiver wire list?
Well, there were some other big trades. I think, most recently was Mason Miller, the dynamite closer, strikeout machine, was traded to the Padres from the Las Vegas.
Really?
Or
I didn't even
soon
know
to
that.
be Las Vegas Athletics. Yeah.
Wait, they traded Mason Miller?
They traded Mason Miller.
Wow. Who did they get? I'm just curious. Who did the A's get?
They got Leo DeVries, who is a good shortstop prospect. I'm not sure who else was included in the deal.
They have the best shortstop rookie in the league, but yeah, so they basically got nothing.
Shane Bieber was traded to the Blue Jays from the Guardians. So those two could also be impactful. The Blue Jays, the first place.
Casey, I mean, you and I both have him as a top reliever in the American League.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has a rifle arm and he's young. Why would he trade that guy? I'm just curious. I didn't know he was traded. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
It's kind of, that to me is probably the most surprising trade, to get rid of him. That'd be something more behind it. But, there you go. We'll see some more stuff happen today. I think we'll see some movement by the Dodgers. I think we'll see some more trades by the Yankees. And I feel the Mets will do a couple big maneuvers also. But the Padres, I think they're trying to make a run too. Obviously, they're getting Mason Miller.
Yeah, but so I guess my question is, they have Robert Suarez.
I know.
One of the best closers in baseball. So do they move Suarez to the...
No. They keep Suarez as a closer. Miller will obviously be a setup for now. He's always wanted to be a starter. I don't know if they'll make him a starter, but Miller right now is he'll be a setup. He'll be a setup guy. Why would you move Suarez out of there? He's been great all year. But it's just to get him on your team is a huge deal. I'm sure he's happy to be out of Sacramento. Can you imagine playing in that town and then moving to San Diego? You're on the beach. It's 30 degrees cooler there. It's a different lifestyle. I'd be so quick to the airport to make your head spin.
It
was Mason Miller. Leaving Sacktown, which is a cow town, we call it.
Yeah, but imagine how much a lot of people invested in Miller for his saves value. That's going to hurt a lot of owners. Worse yet, they could just share responsibility, and one day that Miller closes, the next day Suarez closes, and both of their values are hurt.
I don't know how many wins, how many situations San Diego's going to be in save opportunities through August and September. We'll see. You could be right. If they make a run, yes. If they stay mediocre like they're playing, no. But you do have a good point. And, the best record in baseball, Casey, right now is the Milwaukee Brewers. They have in the National League, they're just tearing it up. They have a They're winning they took the lead over the Cubs in the Central, and Andrew Vaughn, our cover guy. I mean, he's available in a lot of leagues, and this guy's been leading the way for them. I mean, this guy's been the leader of getting them to the top where they're at. I mean, one of them, a couple other guys too, but Vaughn has been just on fire. So if you need some spark in your lineup and you have room for Andrew Vaughn, I suggest you pick him up. That's why I put him on the cover. I think he's just on fire. I mean, it's not going to last, but might as well pick him up now and ride the wave.
Yeah, I mean, the waiver wire wasn't that crowded to me this week.
No.
But
with all these trades, like you mentioned, like top of the show, you mentioned Griffin.
I like
Jax.
Griffin Jax, Cade Smith. Yeah, those guys I like.
Guys like that, we can tell our audience, maybe they, sometimes they have to navigate to get these guys, but there are some value out there, and that's the reason. Right now, in all seriousness, this is like the time where you gotta like increase your team and win your week, or do better in your rotisserie either way, because right now you want to get those players that are hot.
And the other guy I'm looking at as a reliever is Randy Rodriguez of the Giants. He's been one of the best in terms of his ERA and strikeouts.
Don't they have the other guy who closes?
They have Camilo Duvall, but from what I've been reading, they're open to moving him.
Wow.
And so if you're in a holds league, Randy Rodriguez is a must-own already. But if Camilo Duvall gets moved in the next 5 hours, Rodriguez emerges as one of the biggest winners kind of for you when it comes to saves.
No, I like it. Stuff like that is the reason you watch our waiver wire. That's the stuff you don't really hear about that much. Randy Rodriguez, and I couldn't point him out in a police line.
I couldn't tell you what he looked like. I could look it up.
No,
I'm sure there's.
I can look. Yeah, we can all Google him.
But I know what his numbers are, and that's what I'm. The fantasy baseball is math and numbers and projection. So, I mean, it's going to be. The next 5 hours are going to be exciting.
And there's been an injury.
I think with Bieber going to the Blue Jays, the Yankees have to get a starter somehow. I don't know if they'll try to get something big like Sandy Alcantara or go a little more smaller and get a middle of the rotation
big
innings eater.
They'll go big. I think either, the guy for the Marlins, or maybe they'll pick somebody else up, maybe from some other team that's trying to dump all their players. Arizona, gallon of milk. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, so many injuries happened the past couple of days. I mean, it's just been a windfall of injuries too. Soto's hurt now.
Yeah, but they say he's going to be back Friday. Jeremy Pena is supposed to be coming off the IL on Friday, which is good news that just makes the Astros even stronger.
Yeah. When are they getting Alvarez back?
I'm not sure. I can look.
I mean, I read about it yesterday, mid-August. I mean, he's been out for like 3 months. I mean, it's like last year it was Tucker for the Astros. I was out with his shin bruise for like 3 months, and now it's I mean, what kind of injuries are happening in Houston? it's good.
They're saying mid-August. Yeah, that's what. But they're saying he's progressing in his recovery. So who knows?
I mean, they need his bat immediately.
Yeah, but they're still 5 games up in the division without it, so they can be a little patient and make sure he's fully healthy before they get him back out there.
Now, before we go, I want to ask you. I sent you a text about the starters in Atlanta, the 5 starters they had to begin the season, and now the 5 starters they have that are actually on the roster. It's a whole different group of guys. Atlanta's not bringing anybody in to pitch. They're going to use these.
Well, they shouldn't. They're so far back in the division.
But they're not even like bringing up their young studs. They're using these like retread guys. You know what I mean? They're using these guys that have been around a while. I mean, they're not using their young guns at all. I mean, they're keeping those guys in the minors. And
yeah, I mean, Smith, Schaller, Schwellenbach, and Chris Sale are all on the 60-day IL.
Yeah. And if you notice, they have these top prospects as pitchers, and they're not bringing these guys up, which is, to me, they just want to make them eligible for non-free agency for another year. But
Yeah, I don't think it's worth burning a year of eligibility for a team that's not going anywhere. Or you don't
no,
have
I
hopes
agree.
that's going to go anywhere.
But it's just amazing how
And they still sell out the stadium, so it's not affecting them.
the whole starting five is gone.
Oh my gosh! And I have so many shares of Sale and Schwellenbach.
It's just I've never seen a baseball that happened to a baseball team ever. I mean, maybe 2 or 3, but the whole 5.
It's crazy. I have one league where I have Cole Reagans, Pablo Lopez, Shane McClanahan, and Chris Sale as 4 of my starters at the beginning of the season, and they're all on the 60-day IL. So
sorry for laughing. It's just
sometimes, and that's in a long-term expensive league. So you just have to admit you made a financial donation to somebody else this year and start planning for
good
next.
News. Blake Snell's coming back Saturday.
So who knows? All right, Ross. Well,
at least Blake Snell's coming back for the Dodgers on Saturday.
We will be back again in a few hours to talk running backs for the 2025-2026 NFL fantasy season. So be back here at 4:00 Eastern, 1:00 Pacific, where Ross and I will once again discuss who we think the best running backs are coming into the season for fantasy, who we think may surprise you, who we think may disappoint you, and who we're targeting late in the drafts as lottery tickets. Dr. Dan will not be joining us, but he will be sending us his list. So we will share that with you as well. Again, thank you very much for listening. Ross, thanks for the knowledge. Thanks for the updates. It's always good hearing from the best. And I will see you again in a few hours.